the nurse performs the initial assessment and documents these clients' findings. Which of these findings are most relevant to this scenario? So remember, we are still talking about the same elderly patient that fell, and now the nurse went to the patient and completed an assessment and identified several things. The nurse identified 10 things. Temperature 96.8, heart rate 90 beats per minute and regular, respiratory rate 22, BP 162/88, SpO2 91 on room air, alert oriented ×3 to person, place, and time. States that the pain is 10 out of 10, so severe pain. We're whimpering and holding right hip, right leg and foot externally rotated, and right leg shorter than the left leg. What do you think are most relevant to this scenario? In this question is a select all that apply, so you can have more than one answer. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 5, it could be 9 answers. Select all that apply, because I will show you how this strategy can help you select the correct answers in these type of questions. So the strategy is as follows. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to look at each answers, at each of the assessment data, and you're going to decide or determine if the findings are normal or abnormal. So that's step number 1. Identifying if it's normal or abnormal findings. Number 2, if the findings are abnormal, determine if it is expected in this scenario. In other words, you can have something that is abnormal in the patient, but is expected according to what happened in the scenario. If the client's finding is expected, it's likely not to be a relevant answer. In other words, it's probably not the correct answer. So keep that in mind. You're trying to find out what is the relevant or most relevant information or answer in that scenario. You're going to see how different you're going to see the same clinical scenario now. You're going to see it differently. Number 3, if the client's finding is abnormal, but unexpected or not expected, then that is likely the relevant answer or the correct answer. Number 4, once you have determined that, then you will think of future nursing interventions that you could do to assist the patient with these relevant data that you have discovered in preparation for a future question in case you're doing a case study. Okay? Now let's go back to the question and let's read it again. Using the strategy that I just mentioned, you're going to see how clear this is. The nurse performs the initial assessment and documents these findings. Which of these findings are most relevant to this scenario? What did we first determine? Remember the first question? We determined that the patient fell, right? The elderly patient fall down. That was the focus of the question. So we cannot forget the main focus in our original question, our first question. Now, We're going to go one by one, and we are going to determine if it's normal, abnormal, abnormal expected, or abnormal unexpected. So let's look at the first one. Temperature, 96.8, 36 degrees Celsius. One thing that I can tell you about these type of questions is that all of the answers are important, and you can use all of the answers to make your decision. In other words, there are no incorrect statement here. Everything applies to the patient because the nurse collected these findings from the patient. So you cannot say, oh, this doesn't apply. No, it applies. It is clinical findings in the patient. But as you review all the answers, when we look at the temperature, 96.8, we say, well, is that temperature normal? Nope. That temperature is abnormal. Now, is it expected in this scenario? Well, think about it. An elderly patient was found on the floor, okay, after a fall. Can we see shifts on the temperature? Yes. A lower temperature could be expected. Remember, the focus of the question wasn't hypothermia. See, the focus of the question was a fall. So yes, a lower temperature is abnormal, but looking at the totality of the circumstances, this is an expected finding. Number 2, the heart rate of 90, well, that is normal. Number 3, a respiratory rate of 22. This is abnormal, but is expected. Well, why, Professor Ray? Why is the respiratory rate of 22 expected? Well, think about it. Look at all the clinical findings. The patient is in severe pain. So if the patient is in severe pain, do you think the respiratory rate could be somehow affected? Yes. So abnormal expected would be the analysis for answer 3. Answer 4, a little bit of hypertension, 162/88. The same thing. Abnormal but expected. Why? The patient fell, severe pain. So this will be an expected finding in a patient who fell down and is in severe pain. Alert oriented times 3, answer number 6. This is completely normal. Number 7, severe pain, abnormal and unexpected. But the most important thing is it relates directly to the scenario or the core of what we originally determined that was the most relevant information. You see the importance of doing this step by step? These type of questions are extremely hard. Do not treat this new selector that applies like you used to doing before the regular true or false. No, that doesn't work here. You have to think deep in these type of questions. Extremely difficult, but fair. Number 8, whimpering and holding onto the right hip, abnormal, unexpected. Number 9, right leg and foot externally rotated, abnormal, unexpected. Right leg shorter than the left leg, abnormal, unexpected. Excellent. Well, how do we select the correct answer? Very simple. When they tell you what is the most relevant information in this scenario, select or apply, you will eliminate any answers that are either normal or abnormal expected. Therefore, answer number 1 is gone. Answer number 2 is gone. Answer number 3 and 4, gone. Answer number 5, gone. Answer number 6, gone. What is the answer? Answer 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what do you think about this question? Very interesting, right?